Welcome again to Talk to Connect. This is where we share our stories to inspire and empower each other to grow. Our guest today is such an amazing young lady. She's a powerful entrepreneur, and she has such an amazing journey to share with us today. Sabreena is from Kenya. She's the owner, CEO, and founder of Precious Connection Company that provides business solutions to both products and services. Sabreena has 8 years of experience in business leadership and consultancy. In 3 years, she helped a professional service company to develop new departments, billing to $240,000. Sabreena is such an inspiration and such a great business leader. I'm so grateful to have you here, Sabreena. Welcome to our platform, Talk to Connect. Talk to Connect is where we tell our stories to inspire others, to let others be empowered and take steps to grow. And I've known you for a while, and you're such an amazing girl who's done a lot as an entrepreneur. And I know you have quite a story to share with us from where you started, since we're all coming from Kenya, and we have this notion, when you're back in Kenya, you cannot make it. You have to go abroad, you have to do this. But you're one good example to say you can make it wherever you are as long as you put your mind into it. So I would appreciate so much if you share with us your journey on how you started to where you are, introduce yourself a little bit, and let our audience know who you are. So welcome, and we're so happy to have you here today.
Thank you so much, Fatma, for inviting me. It is an honor for me to be part of this platform. I would like to appreciate you, and of course, anything that touches entrepreneurship or business. I'm very passionate. I'm a business enthusiast, and I'm glad that you're having me today on board. Thank you so much.
So, Sabreena, let's start from where you started, because I believe in every entrepreneur there is a journey, and that journey that you started to do here is what we want to share with others, so that someone out there is dreaming to be an entrepreneur, is dreaming to start a business, but she has a story that is holding her back. So your story might enlighten her to go like, okay, I can take a step and be that businesswoman.
Yeah, thank you so much. About my journey of entrepreneurship, I think I have been an entrepreneur all my life. It's just that I never used to find it and accept it within myself. My journey of entrepreneurship started when I was very, very young. I think it's because I'm coming from a family full of entrepreneurs, and it's in my DNA by default. That's why I grew up in a single family home. My parents were divorced, and my mother really struggled raising us 4 kids. So growing up, it was a really challenging journey, and you understand how broken families are. So I think my journey of entrepreneurship started since when I was maybe in my teen years, because I remember my mom was giving us, when she was giving us lunch to go with to school, I used to actually tell our house help at home to make more so that I can be able to sell. So I think from that time, entrepreneurship started kicking in, and I started to understand the concept of buying and selling. So I remember one time my mom caught me selling the lunch that she used to prepare, or the break she used to prepare for me. I never used to eat. I just used to go to school, sell at a higher price, and made some few profits here and there. And it was, I was not investing any capital in it. So it was 100% profit for me. So I remember one time she told me, what you're doing is not a bad thing, but how you're approaching it is not right. If you feel like you want to sell your food, it's not bad, but the approach you're making is not good. What value are you also bringing on board when it comes to selling your lunch? Like, you shouldn't focus on selling, but more on what value are you making. So it really hit me, So she started making acharis for me, like in small packets. so that I can be able to sell to my classmates, my friends in madrasa. And I really used to enjoy like the selling part. But I didn't realize I was an entrepreneur all along. So how I started it since that time. So long story short, I went to university. I did my public relations consultancy, and before I graduated, I always had this feeling like I don't want to get employed. I don't ever want to get employed. I just want to do my own thing. I just want to start my own consultancy firm. And I faced a lot of challenges, like lack of capital, criticism, and self-doubt, like building a successful team to start out. So I faced a lot of my setbacks before I started, my own business. So back in 2013, when I was 21, I had hit rock bottom in life. I was just I got married young. I got divorced, and it was a really challenging, traumatizing journey for me. I was going through depression, I was going through anxiety, everything in mental health illness in the book, I was going through it. So I was trying to find my way up, and I was really, like I said, I had hit bottom in life, and when I had a society backlash and all that. And that's when I decided, you know what, let me just start doing my own thing. I don't feel like I want employment is for me. And 16 million Kenyans, as we speak today, according to statistics, are unemployed. There's a lot of unemployed cases in Kenya. And to be honest, employment wasn't something I was going to go for, because as much as the education system in Kenya we went through, it was all about go to school, get a job. Go to school, get a job. So I didn't like the system. I was always against the system. So I said, okay, what if I start my own business and start hiring people? Won't that solve a lot of problems? So I put myself into a challenge. I registered my company, Precious Connections Limited. It still exists, and it's really going places. The vision I have for it is amazing. It's overwhelming. And I started my company when I was 21, and I started as a PR firm. I faced a lot of challenges, like I said, capital, finding customers, and so many other things like government regulations, being young, and of course, people not taking you seriously, because here you are, a young person, female Muslimah, and you're trying to break through the Kenyan market. And we all know the economy of Kenya, the way it is. We are well known with corruption, I'm sorry to acknowledge. But then, I think I really struggled my way out, and I had no mentor. I had no coach to hold my hand to at least show me the ways of how to do business. Just when I found the right person to work with, unfortunately, life happened, and that's when I met my second husband. And unfortunately, he passed away. Cancer happened. He was not only my husband, he was my business partner. He was also my coach and my mentor, because he had been in business for quite some substantial time. So he was really like guiding me through on how to penetrate the market and all that. And when just I was starting out, like I was getting used to this system of entrepreneurship and all, he passed away. So it was, again, I went through another mental health journey, like fighting PTSD, fighting PPD and all that. So I was really, really struggling to find my way out, finding my balance so that I can be able to recollect myself and build myself up again. And I had a very strong support system. My family and friends, they were always there for me. So I think it is because of the support system I have with my family that made me be able to recollect myself and also find myself again. I used to see a therapist who used to help me, like with self-awareness, self-realization, and all that process. And I was fortunate to be able to collect myself on time and build myself up again. And then that was also when I realized, like, I was born and bred in Mombasa County, and Mombasa, we are always stereotyped as lazy and, all that things. So I really challenged myself to get out of my comfort zone so that I can be able to grow. I think it's all in the mindset of people in Mombasa County. So I challenged myself into coming to a city where I knew no one, and I started from nowhere, but I started from scratch with the right mindset. It was all, like I always have a positive outlook in every phases I've been through in life. Like I'm a firm believer of after every like storm, there's sunshine. So I'm a firm believer of that, alhamdulillah. And I'm a practicing Muslim. I'm a firm believer of my faith as well. So even like spiritual journey and all that also helped me recollect myself. So when I came to Nairobi, I had 2 kids and I had no one in Nairobi, like no family, no friends. So I struggled my way through, new city, getting into the system, the vibe, like the way people do business in Nairobi is totally different. So I'm also very good in adapting. Like I adapt very, very fast. So I think that's one of my core strengths. I'm very fast to adapt. So when I moved to Nairobi, it was very easy for me to adapt, alhamdulillah. And in just like 2-3 years since I moved to Nairobi, my growth and transition became so extreme that even I was like shocked myself. But I've always been consistent and persistent as well in what I'm doing. I'm very intentional with my goals. I have my goals, like weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals. Like if I'm saying like this year I'm achieving this, I'm going to get this, I make sure I get it, and I hold myself accountable for that. So I think through that, holding yourself accountable and finding your pieces together and all that has been it has been a really challenging but exciting, and I think the thriving bit of it has been, and the success that I've been able to achieve has been also something I really appreciate for all the challenges I went through, alhamdulillah. So yeah, so that's it, I think.
Sorry, it's been quite a journey. I've learned a lot that you've shared with us. There's consistency, there's spirituality, there is belief, there's mindset. There's a lot of things that you packed together for you to be where you are right now. So I want to, because I come from Kenya and I know the most thing that people are holding to, complaining of, is we are not born in the right place for us to thrive. We are not able to do this because of corruption, as you said. But you've made it. And I think that journey where you took is like someone is going to say, you are lucky. You had a family that maybe understood you, or you went through that, but you had people around you. But I think it's not that. It's the fact that you said you believe in yourself. So what can you tell this young woman? Because I think there's a lot of women there, and I've been on that journey trying a lot of businesses. I think there's a time I was talking to you about how I'm going to start a business. I wanted to start this and I wanted to start that. And I got lost and I fell a lot into business. What can you advise someone who's feeling like, I have the potential, but I don't think I can make it. I'm on the wrong side. I cannot do it. I don't have the support of the people. How can you advise someone to just take that leap of faith? And I think everything that you do, as you say, is like you have to have a faith. So if you take that advice, because you're a coach, a life coach, and supporting people in growing their businesses. So how can you advise someone who's out there? She has potential, but still scared to come out and start her journey.
So I think, okay, when it comes to what I've been through, like you said, I was very fortunate, and I had a support system, and I had a lot, and I'm thankful for that, because I usually tell people, as long as you find your why, it is that why that will keep you going. It is that why that will make you want, drive you into achieving your goals. But if you're always just in self-doubt, you don't even have a why, you'll always go around and round in circles. You'll never be able to transition, you'll never be able to achieve your goals. So just find your why. It is your why that will also help you find yourself, and you be able to also define yourself, and that eventually you'll be able to redefine your goals in line with your why, and slowly but gradually you'll be able to execute in your own phase, in your own pace. We are not rushing. Everyone is in their own timeline in life. Just because someone has been able to achieve it, it doesn't mean like, why am I still stuck? No, you'll be able to achieve it. Everyone has their own timeline. We're all operating in our own time zones. So it is just finding a why. Finding your why will be able to, like, recollect yourself. Even if you go down, you hit rock bottom in life, that why will keep you up. You'll be like, okay, this is what I want to achieve. Let me just get up. I have to just find myself again. We all have our winters in life. We all have our bad phases in life. But it is our why that keeps us going. It is our why that helps us find ourselves. So it is our why.
That is so amazing. And it takes a while. People think finding a why takes a minute. And I think because of that, I think I've been in this journey of Me Too. People are selling shoes and I want to sell shoes. People are selling bags and they're making it and I want to do it. And you find yourself in this roller coaster of doing things that you don't even understand what you're doing. You keep on losing and losing, and you question yourself, why am I failing and they're doing it? And the fact is, their why is different from yours. And until when you find that why, am I selling this bag?
Yeah.
Am I talking to this person about this business? Then you get the clarity of where you want to be in life, and that's really amazing. It's like we all.
And to be honest, yeah, and that's the challenge we have in Mombasa actually, and not only Mombasa, generally Kenyan market. That's why we find there's a lot of market scrutiny. There's a lot of copy pasting in business. Someone is doing, like you said, someone is selling a handbag and another person is selling a handbag. But I don't blame them. I still blame the system. As Kenyans, the education system we went through, we were never taught on how to become innovative, how to invest the right way. That's why we have a lot of people are stuck, like, okay, I just want to make it big fast. Sabrina is now a business coach. Let me do some few Udemy courses. Maybe I can also become a business coach. But before Sabrina became a business coach, she went through a business journey. She genuinely owned a business, like several businesses. Some that had failed, some that are thriving, some that are still under, that are trying to find, like, I've been there, done that. When I stand in front of a panel and talk like a business coach, I'm talking through the knowledge and experiences that I've been able to achieve, been built up over the years. You understand? And someone feels like, oh, this person is really making lots of money. Let me also try being a coach. Let me be a business coach as well. They go through Udemy courses and whatnot, and they try being a business coach. And they end up getting frustrated. Like, okay, why am I not converting as much as she does? You understand? It is your why. You got into this from the word go with the wrong mindset. Are you able to even be succeed? The mindset was wrong from the word go. You are typically trying to do copy pasting. I have a vision. I have a goal. I have a why. I know what I'm. Even if I'm on my bad days, I know how I reciprocate it with my good days. But let's say you're trying to become a business coach in Kenya and trying to penetrate the Kenyan market. I've seen a lot of people trying to penetrate the Kenyan market, calling themselves business coaches and all that, but they've been really frustrated. And it's because of the system, the government regulations. They have been really, really frustrated, and it hasn't. They haven't been able to convert as much as they expected because they came with the wrong mindset. In the Kenyan economy is really tricky. You have to really know and know. Yeah, okay. I don't boast around knowing the Kenyan economy myself. I'm still learning about the Kenyan economy, and I'm saying it's a very interesting, considering that 40% of the Kenyan economy is run by the SMEs, and yeah, I think being an SME also is making me, get into the system.
So you said
Yeah,
something,
it's fine.
and I think what you said is about mentorship, and I really want to understand this, because I think most of us are in a community where we surround ourselves with people who don't encourage us, and I can say, like, when what you're saying about when you started wanting to start a business, everybody was like, oh, you cannot do it, and you cannot do this, you cannot do that, and that's the reason why everybody's trying to be like everybody else. So when we start having mentorship, like when you get to the right community and have people who can actually guide you to find your skill or your potential or what you can grow as a person. And I think finding your inner purpose, when you find your why, it doesn't necessarily mean you can be a coach, but you can be something else. People who can guide you to find your purpose, find yourself.
We lack mentors and coaches in Kenya, like qualified ones and experienced ones. It is only until I think last year when I realized that people have started, like inquiring about having coaches, and most of the coaches we have in Kenya right now are international people who came from abroad, Kenyans, of course, but they're coming back to Kenya and trying to give back. Like it's more or less trying to not give back per se, because I'm seeing a lot of them are more money minded. They're coming to Kenya. The market is green with coaches, and they feel like this is the best time and place to start monetizing as coaches, because people don't know much about coaching, and this is the right place to be. So yeah, let me go and start my coaching farm in Kenya and just, like make money out of people. Very few translate into impact, very few. And unfortunately, it's too costly for the common Mwananchi. So I think it's the cost factor also. And that's why people don't go for that. And that's why I started a program from my company, a project that I successfully launched called the Quantum Leap Program, actually abbreviated as QLP program, and it has been a success. So what I do once a week, I have a focus group of 20 people every week that I coach for free. They don't pay anything. I've formed partnerships with ABSA, which was famously known as Barclays Bank. They now rebranded into ABSA. So I've partnered with KNCCI. KNCCI is Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industries. It's a BMO, Business Membership Organization, and I also partnered with some few insurance companies, like Madison Group of Companies, and also a few key players in the country that are supporting the project. So what QLP actually does is it's a business coaching program that enables SMEs. Our main focus is SMEs. When I talk about SMEs, I talk about small, medium enterprises, and our main focus is, like I said, SMEs, and we actually QLP is a value proposition business program, coaching program initiated by my company Precious Connections Limited, and the program has been supporting SMEs since November 2019 to strengthen, it helps strengthen capacity in building the Kenyan economy. And the main objective of PCL is to mentor, consult, coach, empower, and educate youth and women in business, generally SMEs, who on problems faced by them and how to overcome them by, building successful, build successful enterprises in their businesses. So what we do, we engage them, we organize sessions with members to get them fully immersed in the program, and we equip them, organize a curriculum to the SMEs to fully equip them with the knowledge they need on how to run their businesses. And it's not only business coaching, it is business life coaching. So we also have wellness programs within our coaching sessions. We have experts, life coaches come to talk to them. We have psychologists, we have therapists, all that, everything to do with wellness. Even a nutritionist who comes in, like diets and stuff. So we help them connect amongst themselves. We create a platform, a communication platform for those involved in the program. And ultimately, we aim to impact the business community by producing successful and confident entrepreneurs. So what we are campaigning for a vibrant business ecosystem. And the overall purpose of the project is to contribute to improving the livelihoods of Kenyan families by increasing SMEs' access to economic opportunities, which in turn will benefit their families and the families of the employees, of course. And the participation, like I said, it will include all, and especially women, youth, and people with disabilities entrepreneurs. And the project represents an SME-specific initiative to address inequalities in the small enterprise sector, and it combines gender and minority groups equality promotion with enterprise development. So that's what I've been doing for the past. And like I told you, people don't pay. So we started the hashtag QLP Partnership Drive. Like I told you, we have all these partners that have come on board: ABSA, Madison Group, Legends Associates. So the QLP Partnership Drives involves various stakeholders, mainly our partners, who have come together to support entrepreneurs/business owners in the SME space. And will be able to SMEs will be able to gain better access to markets and therefore grow their businesses and eventually become successful in their personal lives, personal development, and leadership skills, all that. So what we've been doing, our main activities are in Nairobi. We are planning to go countrywide, but it's because we lack, it's very costly for us, especially the fact that people are not paying us. You understand, people are coming for free, and the participation is by invite only. Attendance is by invite. So you go through our website. There's a consultation form that you fill out. We profile you, and we sit down with our team and see if you qualify. Of course, you have to be a business owner, whether you're starting out, you're in the growth stage, you want to transition, you want to expand. So we profile you and we invite you to one of our sessions. And you go through our coaching session for free, and you are able to at least get the know-hows. And like ours is the unique offering of Precious Connections Limited, our company, during our business coaching sessions, is not that we are not only focused on entrepreneurship or leadership skills. Ours is a holistic approach. Like the unique offering of PCL is our holistic approach, experience, knowledge of the exact steps companies or entrepreneurs need to take in order to transition from market fit and into a scalable and repeatable growth. So this means we oversee working strategies, business model structures, marketing, operations, wellness programs, like I said earlier, innovation, PR and branding, financial analytics, to name a few, of course. And we help entrepreneurs and business owners grow in a variety of ways by working on a fixed schedule to share actionable feedback, personalized advice, and growth plans for clients to increase company revenue, accelerate their career, or increase business growth as well. So whether you're a business professional struggling to earn a promotion or an entrepreneur unsure of your next move, PCL can set you on a lucrative path to success. So like I just, in a nutshell, ours is the holistic approach. The unique offering is that we are a holistic approach. As a company, we are a one-stop shop. You understand? So we also envision, our vision as a company is we just envision a vibrant, an empowered, vibrant business community with increased SMEs, and serve as an invaluable source of personalized information and consultancy in the skills needed, like to be successful in their own businesses. So I think that's, when we start talking about business and my company, I'll just go over and over and over. But I think lack of having the right coach in Kenya, the coaching community in Kenya. A lot of us in the coaching industry in Kenya, we work in silos. Like people don't want to collaborate, people don't want to come together to support. But our company, like my company, like my programs I went and poached some of the best coaches we have around, formed some sort of partnership and memorandum of understanding and collaborations to support this community, the business community in general, even the people, the general people who are even not business owners, but at least they can be able to get some sort of mentorship and coaching from us.
I mean, I'm listening to you, and I think that's one thing that I learned, me as a person, as coming from Kenya, is that we lack that shift of mindset. It's not that we don't have the potential. It's not that people.
Yeah, that's why I started this.
Cannot be what they want to be. Is that most of us?
Yeah. And like I told you, sorry, Fatma Chukajishu, like I told you, you have to remember, like I started from a PR firm, because I have a background of PR, and then later I transitioned kidogo, like I started doing several businesses, like I own an IT company, I own, like I had so many businesses on the side, and then later I was like, you know what, there's a void here, there's a void in coaching, so why don't I just start a coaching firm? Why don't I just build my own business coaching firm that does coaching the right way? That's when I just, like the examples you just shared with me from Kenya, and you yourself went through that challenges, and you realized like you lacked mentorship and coaching. Imagine the hundreds that we have, the thousands that we have. And that's why it compelled me into starting doing these programs.
Yeah, I know, and I feel like in business, it's not only that people need coaching in business, even in real life, like where people can have the strength of mindset to know that they are capable of doing whatever they want to be. You cannot be in business, but you're a woman, or you're a mother who can provide or can be whatever you want. That shift of mindset of just believing,
exactly,
the definition of what you're lacking, the definition of what the government is not giving you, is the fact that I am an entity, and I have the
absolutely true. You're very right.
Myself to become what I want is what is lacking, and I think
you're very right. And I think now it's really, I think I'll give you a challenge for that, as you, Fatma. I think now you need to come back home. You need to come back home and set things right. And set things right, because I want to support what you just said. Like, it's very true what you're saying. And personally, a lot of people have been telling me, why don't you do those programs in Mombasa? We need that. We need you to come all the way here. And coming from there, it's really pains me. Like, I can't be able to do much because my main activities are in Nairobi. I want to expand to Mombasa and other regions, Kenya generally, but it's very costly. That's why I'm partnering with also NGOs. Come next year, I'm partnering with a few key players in the market, like NGOs and other developing partners, to help fund my program. Understand? So I would also suggest you come down at least once in a while and hold forums with fellow Kenyans, especially people from Mombasa, and let them know that you're there for them. And I'm happy we can collaborate at some point, and you can help them, and I can help them in my capacity. And I think it's going to be very, very a good combination, and we can really support our people.
You know what you just said? You said something that I always remember when I'm sitting here. Like, if you want to do a business, you're told you can do it in Mombasa. You gotta go to Nairobi, and that thing has always touched me. Like, what is happening? Why do I have to believe if I'm coming in a certain place, I'm not capable of doing something? But then the funny part is this: when you travel, coming from Kenya and you come to abroad, and then you start working, and you come and find yourself, you're in the circle like everybody else, struggling with your ends meet every day, and you're not improving. The only thing you're being told is like, make a house, and then you build the house, or do something that because your cousin did it. And you find yourself on this failure after failure after failure. And you come home and see people like you, they've made it, and you question yourself and say like, but I was told if I go out of here, I'm going to make my life. What is it that I'm missing? And you realize I just moved like a person to Dubai. But my mentality, my thinking, my way, my perspective, everything that I am is still back home. The only thing that is different is that my body is in another part of the world. And when you go through that journey of understanding yourself, and I think that's what we really need to bring home. And inshallah, I will be happy to come and work with you.
Please do. I'm very happy for you, to be honest. And when I started seeing you posting about Talk to Connect, at some point I was very curious. I said I would private you and ask you like what it's all about and all that. And I'm so happy that you're the one even who started reaching out to me first. And I feel honored, and I'm so happy that you're doing an amazing thing. You're doing an amazing job, to be honest. And we really need more coaches in the world, people who need to direct us, people who need to, even myself being a coach, I also have my coach who coaches me. So we need to have more of us like minds, so that we can at least be able to empower people. And we can't change the world, as they say, but we can at least be able to change people's lives, even if it's one person. If we're able to impact one person, that's something to us. And that's how I view it. And I think you're in the right track. Finally, you've been able to find yourself, alhamdulillah. And I'm so proud of you. I'm happy, and congratulations for that, Fatma.
So much. So Sabreena, you've been in such a journey, and I've admired you for a long time. Whatever you do, one woman.
Thank you.
I would like you to give us one sentence. If I would ask one sentence that describes Sabreena, what would that be?
Okay. If one sentence I can't define myself in one sentence, to be honest, but what I can talk about me, I can just talk in one word. And from what I just discussed for the last few minutes, can justify that. I think if you ask me who is Sabreena, I can tell you Sabreena is one very resilient woman.
And I think
just that. I can just define myself in one word, and that is resilience.
Wow. Imagine if everybody will become resilient and just believe, because that's what people want to believe and never give up.
Yes.
What a difference the world will be.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sabreena, for coming here, and I really appreciate what you're doing and what you're supporting people, and it's been an honor to have you here. And you're fighting for it. I believe we're going to do much more and support more people, not only in Kenya, but
definitely, generally. Yeah. Thank you so much, Fatma. Thank you so much.
This platform is for supporting women and youth to find their way and their journey. So you're welcome.
Absolutely. I'm happy. I'm happy to be part of the platform, and I'm hoping for more engagements in the future. Feel free to reach out. Anything that shouts empowerment and impacting lives, you have me on board 100 times, 24/7, 100%. That's all. Thank you. Asante sana. Thank you so much. Okay.